even help you in conflict resolution, which is the one I'm going to talk more about. How do you manage your client when there is a conflict? First of all, they know. Your client is the reason why we can celebrate you end of 2025. Right? So it means that client minus goodness, Usman, zero efficacy. Abi? So when you have that at the back of your mind, when there is a conflict, you need to do two things quickly. First of all, patiently understand. Now, not what they are saying to you only, but what you can deduce from what is happening. For instance, maybe they're having trouble somewhere else. They have a troublesome boss. The boss has given them go, and you are the next person. Or maybe they just saw on the news that somebody came from Canada and has lost his property. So definitely you too, you are going to lose your property. So you need to have a whole lot of emotional intelligence. So giving them that patience helps you. Are you guys with me? When you have the patience to listen. Now, don't just, a lot of the time also, when there is conflict, what some of us do is that when they are talking to you, you're also doing something else. That's not the time to multitask. Hello? When there is a conflict, there is a complaint. That's not the time for you to multitask. You know why? If you multitask at that time, you will lose them. You will not understand and grasp what the problem is for now. There's something I do. When you complain about something, I let it be. I will not even call anybody at that instance. I just let you cool off after the conversation. Probably hours later or 2 days later, I'll say, I'm working on it. I'm not working on it yet. 2 days later, I will now call you back and have that conversation again. Then when I have that conversation again, I will now realize the tempo obviously has dropped. Now I can understand the actual issue itself. So please, it is very, very important that you learn how to listen, understand. Now, how you would know you have listened is to repeat back to them. Oh, ma, so let me get it right. This in bullet point is what we need, and I need to resolve. Don't worry, I will come back to you. Because you are also bulleted, you come back today. MD, please. This is it. He knows me very well. I'm still begging since. I'm begging another. I'm kneeling down. Just actually going to beg publicly by and you listen to their own side. Now do this. Realtors do this. I think I'm one of the few that do it, and I think it's backfiring with some of my clients, and that's the honest truth. But because we are partners, you also don't. You remember how I said listen to that client, Abi, patiently. Now don't carry the basket that they have given you and bring it back to the company. Calm down. That's why you don't need to call immediately. Calm down and itemize, sir, ma, please. Why is this? He said this, da. And then when you get their own point, sit down on your own and also speak to yourself before you relate back to them. Conflict resolution is very important. Now, it's not just only because of referrals. A lot of the time we focus on referral. It's not just referral. It's even for you as a brand. Hello? Are we looking at that angle? It's for you as a brand because you are a brand. You know, MFK was saying she wear carry a matter on her head. Honestly, she's a typical example of carry your matter on your head. Do you understand? You are a brand. So the ability to resolve an issue is also helping you to grow in your business and as a brand. And they now trust you more. That's why any good realtor here should not allow a client to go unsatisfied, even if you to take a bit of sweat. So conflict resolution, being able to manage conflict resolution is one area I want you to leave this room with and focus. You know why? There will always be issues. So let me give you an example with Big Bay. I jumped on the Lekki Coaster thing, and I did a whole lot of, speaking about content, I did a lot. Some of you here follow me, you know. I did a lot of, in fact, one of them backfired. I showed results and beaches close to conference. Between, I tell you that if you live in Big Bay, you can walk to 3, 4, 5 very good beach, and I'm not kidding. And I showed it. I did a drone footage, I minuted it and everything. That's in backfire. Now they call me, hello? Is that a tactic beach? I want to have. I don't know anything about that. I'm only talking about Big Bay. Now, Big Bay, for anybody who say it's been installed, that nothing is happening there. Is it then? He's the back. Yeah, he knows one of my clients. He called me 2 days ago. It was one of my testimony. Me oh buy more goodness. So money, yeah, hallelujah. This man has threatened me with omolile, orish, oma bieleko, oma shaking. I will just let him talk and just move on. I'm not hurting on it. He doesn't mean it. He's in a better place now, Abi. So it is important that you yourself, you're able to manage yourself. Now, before I round this up with feedbacks. The job of a realtor is taxing. I feel like this is one of the toughest jobs in the world. Now, this is no disrespect to every other profession. I mean, I have an engineering background. Trust me, being an engineer is a lot of work. But you see, real estate is more of a lot of mental work. What we do as a person is a lot. It deals and messes up with your mental health. And for female, it's even tougher for us because we have the hormonal in basketball coming in, and they will not, the hormone will not just tell you, just come, pam, anyhow. So if the way the hormones come, that they use it to answer clients, support the law, you will not come back for me too. Do you understand? Now, as a realtor, are you focused on selling the client? I have a particular client. He will tell me, if I don't speak to that man within a month, I'm in trouble. How can I be speaking with you every month? I'll be every week. It's easier to keep up. But he will be angry. He will not pay his installment payments because I didn't talk to him. I'm not your girlfriend. Why am I going to be calling you? And unfortunately, the aspirants, they are boring people. Jesus, I'm on camera. Just so sorry. I did not mean it. Joy, forgive me. Because you are my people. They say your film will be out. We will not watch here. But what do I mean? They want to connect back home. So they want to gist with you. But you're here. You have plenty lead. MD have told you. How far? Q1 till law. But they want to gist with you for 2 hours. He had a problem here now. Parking. The same thing. I parked at First Bank. I be which bank? I had to park and trek here. I'm here since. When I'm done, someone will now want to keep me on the phone while I'm driving myself for 2 hours. How? So you see why I'm saying emotional intelligence. Sometimes you would even put your phone, the other phone to ring, and say, I'll be doing something else. You're like, oh yeah, I'm with you. But be smart enough to get the key point. It's what you're losing. But a lot of times, they just want to connect with you. So why I'm going with feedbacks. When you sell someone, obviously you have connected with that person, one way or the other. Maybe just by the way you look or something. If we ask our clients what made them buy property from us, it's crazy. They might say, I just like the way he wears his suit. In fact, somebody else told me, he said, that's Twinette. I just like the way he carries himself. I gave him, so let me tell you this today. I have a client, sir, in Pig Bay. The man told me, I gave Twinette a referral. And I said, Egba Mike, hey, Shaiwa, okay. Are you all right? You did not give me, you know the reason why I gave Twinette? He said, Baba Jeje Nikolagbara. And he makes about 2 plots from him. Outright. Money. And I said, hey, Joe, am I the one that has too much energy? He said, he looks like a man that cannot stress. He said, but you have energy. I said, calm down. But you see, whatever was the reason for them to get into their foot into your door, feedback is where the work is. I see it on the group. Efficacy update on Kiniko Estate. Go to the estate yourself. Go. I've seen situations I'll meet clients and realtors on site, and they make this very funny statement of, Madam Goodness, you can do update. Thank you, Sha. I'm using your video to send to my client. Do you know what you're saying to your client? As much as that will pass, you're not effective. That's the truth. When bigger deals come, they will never come to you. Because you don't do the work. You're leveraging us. So when it's time for them to make certain decisions in the future, they won't think about you at all. Because you just feel you're just leaning on someone, you're not doing the work. So please, going for MFK to be going to site every day is not beans. Yes. Even on Sunday. In fact, there's a Sunday owner, I saw her. Money, MFK, calm down. calm down. I cannot go this Sunday. Feeling like I'm not going. It's as if, you see, it's as if she's seeing me. Oh. You went to, I tell her, I say, when I see her, if I say I want to rest today, when I see her post, I say, hey, I will not rest you. Mama is not resting. So truly, she's the mentor of the mentor. But truly, jokes apart, you sold a property to someone. 6 months later, a lot has happened. You cannot take your video and go and do update. Why? And you say you want to retain the customer. Feedback is important. There's a trending news about the location, where the property is located. And you know it's going to add value, or it has had value. This Lekki Coast, I told them, I said, see, Big Bay, don't worry. You will come back in the future. I'll come and ask you to come and pay me commission fee for that rectorship you did not pay. You say, hey, money, my worry. You will pay me in the future. Because a coastal road coming in front of Big Bay or passing, it doesn't even matter. It's an added value. So yes, it might take a while for us to do the gatehouse and all of that. Even if we do the gatehouse and do infrastructure, are you going to build it now? You're not ready. But knowing what is happening, like she said, around it and giving them the update before other people is important. They might not even respond. There are some people I will send message to. They will not respond. They are seeing it. When survey was going to increase, I jumped on it in December. I jumped on it. If I jumped on it before I saw Efficacy's email, and I wrote everybody, they saw, they ignored. If I want to still fighting me now, what will I go on Dubai? Yeah, I sent it to you. I call you, you did not pick. But you know, even with the fight, it's better I did my job rather than I did not do it. So giving feedback, going for updates is very, very important. In fact, in this feedback, how many of you, when the company will just send your receipts, and then accounts will send the receipt to them. Do you even monitor and say, I know it's not easy, but do you ask them, have you gotten your receipt? Have you gotten your contract of sale? Have you signed your contract of sales? Before you sign it, did you read the clause? That clause is putting me in problems. I'm talking, this one I'm double the clause is there, but I'm still saying, sir, even though the clause is there, temper justice with mercy with justice. Do you get what I'm saying? But then, you as a realtor, do you also know, one of the things I also told myself this year that I don't do, read those contract of sales. Hello? How many of you have read contract of sales this year? We are all guilty. Read it! You know why? When you read over and over, after a while, you become a semi-lawyer. Yes! It's actually, I spoke with a lawyer recently. It's actually our job. It's actually, I thought that is not. It is actually our job to read and call the attention of the client and say, sir, don't sign that, This clause, me, I don't understand it. I think you should call your lawyer to explain further and check. But your own is just commission. Please, these are very minute way which you can build your brand, hold on to your client, and then gain respect from this client. Because they know that you know your onions. She has told us, when you expand, hire people, you can't do it yourself. I can't be everywhere. As much as I want to be everywhere, I can only be everywhere on me. But those other things, you can get somebody to do it for you. It might be your family member that is out of school recently and does not have anything doing, and you are the one paying the bill of that person. Oh yeah, 1B, go and check that receipt. Oh yeah, check this email, monitor it, and tell me. Please, it is very, very important. So, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, they say my time is up. So, lastly, remember that the client is the only reason why all of us was seated here. And treat them as priority. Now, don't treat them as priority before the sale. Treat them as priority after they have given you the sales. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Madam Goodness. That was awesome. I like the angle at which you picked it from. The conflict resolution and all of that is very important, because when it's sweet, you are there. When it's not so sweet, you have to still be there. Stay put there, because they will bring more clients to you and they will come back to you. All right, very quickly, we want to take 3 questions. Just 3 questions. So if you have a question, please kindly indicate. Questions for the speakers. And when you want to ask your question, please tell us who you are directing your question at. Any question? All right, please come forward. Oh, okay. The microphone is there.
My question is directed to the last speaker, Mrs. Goodness Otsman. She was talking about being patient in the business. So my question is about, if you have a client that is doing installments, and maybe the person subscribed for outright 0 to 3 months, and the person defaulted, and you've called the person, tried to find out what the problem is with the client, and the person said all is well, and 10% has already been added since it has extended a 3-month payment plan. And then you've done the breakdown for the person to start, for the client to start payment for the next 3 months. And the person is defaulting again without giving you genuine excuse, and you don't have patience. How do you now handle that kind of a client? Because the person does not have a problem. You've tried to discuss with the person to find out if at all there's a problem, and there is no problem, and the client is not paying. So how do you handle it? You need more than patience.
Okay. You've asked the question, you've kind of answered it, but that's not the right answer. The truth is, I'm dealing with that right now. So, when it comes to relationship, this van now, a lot of people this week will be ghosted. Abby, yes or yes? Some guys are going to ghost some ladies this week, and then some ladies too. They are going to ghost some guys. They are not the main option. So after VAR, we will now talk about the ghosting. Now there's ghosting in clients. Now, as much as I said that we should be patient with them, it doesn't mean that you should completely wear yourself out. There are situations that you can't even help. It's just what it is. I've said it in this business. It is what it is. So if someone is ghosting you, what you need to do is do your job. First of all, when the person embarked on the thing, did you remind the person, oh, this is going to elapse so time? If they ghost you, no problem. If you have done your own job well, it's fine. Let the person be. By the time they remember and come back to you, you pick it up with what is left with the company. Because at that point, record shows that you have been reminding, and the person is just not interested. Don't over push it. Because you can push it and say, what's happening now? Well, they can start taking it in different angle. Do you understand? So my own personal opinion is, just let it be. Because obviously the person is ghosting you, and you probably don't know. The person might not be interested in that property. Maybe when he buy the property, he has seen another one. And then somebody else has told him about that or that one. So he's making efforts to finish down. Don't worry. Just do your own job. The way you will have problem is if you don't do your own job. Which is the reminder, Osa, Ma, this has elapsed, so they've increased to. Let's avoid this. So by the time you have all of your record and evidence showing, don't worry, the person will come around. And if the person does not come around, unfortunately, the person has lost money. So that's my own angle to it.
Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, someone has a question.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, I'm having a challenge with referral. There's this very good client that I sold the property for like 7 years ago, but that company refused to allocate even up till now. In fact, it got to a point like 2 years ago, she sent her husband from the US to come and see if I stole their money. And we went to the company and did all that we needed to do. And I was even telling him that the company was offering to return their money back to them. He said if they don't give him extra, like I paid 3.5, I'm sure that thing is no longer 3.5. You just want to give me back and go and sell it for maybe 20 million and thereabout. But now these clients, sometime last year, I was now begging them for a referral. In fact, they had told somebody that I sold the property to them, but they are not telling the person, they are not agreeing for, she has sold for me, but they've not given me the land though. So it is at your own risk that you are going to buy from her. So what do you now do in a situation whereby the company is not allocating to the client? What do you do whereby you know that a referral that will come from this channel would be huge for your business, would be great for your business, but you have just been trying for many years to, it's like one of the major issues that I've had in this business. Just, it's like a mistake, but I don't want to see it as a mistake. But it's been weighing down on me. It's like something I think about that will just put me in one kind of mood every single year for 7 years. So what do you do in...
Okay, so the truth is, you are just the one weighing yourself down. I just said it earlier. See, it's not all transaction that will be good, that will turn out good. Even you win some and lose some. You can't win every day. It doesn't rain every day, and the sun does not come out every day. You almost rain today. Count your losses and move on. Move on. First of all, I feel your mistake is you see that you have not concluded that transaction. You're asking for referral, madam. Odogu. Let me know. When you don't conclude a transaction, don't near the clients. Do you understand? When you know that this has gone stale and it's not your fault, don't ask them for referral until you conclude that one. So that was your first mistake. So now that you're here, just move on. Move on, and that energy you're using on them, use it on somebody new now.
Me also addressing even the first person that spoke. Let me start with you, madam. What efforts have you made with the company regarding the problem? Have you reached out to them, the company itself? And what did they say? Have you met the owner of the company? No, you don't need to mention names of companies. I just want you to know, yeah. Okay, you know what? After this class, come and see me. Let's find a way around it. But that said, the truth is, if you have been in this game for a while, in this real estate, you find out that sometimes you sit down and you are like, I wish I can unsell some things that you've sold. In the days of ignorance, I have many... Let me not go there. But... I've been here for a while, and so I have made some mistakes in my early days. But you know one thing I do? In all of this, you need to protect yourself as a realtor. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this here, but in my group, I'm just advising. There is a clause. Mr. Sui, can I talk? There is a clause that we have with every developer, every partner, anybody we partner with, that protects our realtors. It's what do you call that thing? Yeah, there's what I'm trying to remember. Anybody that exonerates us, Sha. Do you get? But apart from that, as an individual, how do you protect yourself? When a transaction goes sour, either allocation or whatever, when it's obvious to me that it's going to be a war, I start copying my clients in every email I send to the company. As I'm fighting the battle via email, I'm copying my clients' email. So he sees that, oh, I'm not just sitting down doing nothing. And that has saved me a lot. So you find out that when you copy your clients as you are fighting the company, they are happy. They say, yes, my promoter is fighting for me. And when they need to sue the company, they won't involve you. They won't sue you. You won't go to zone 2. Because they know that all along she has been fighting for them. So they will not be able to take it up and say, okay, I'm suing so company. It will not be between the company and them. So you are exonerated. I just needed to say that. What was the other? What was the first question again? The first person. I wanted to say something. The same thing applies to you, ma. When client is the fault, when you see that your calling is not picking, please send an email. Nobody can deny email. It's there for life. So that when he comes back to beg and say, oh, they've slammed me interest of so million. Oga, check your email. I've been sending emails. So that protects you on both sides. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ma. Mr. Twinnet wants to say something.
Yes. So regarding what we've just discussing, we all are one at trying to achieve a success. What I always tell realtors is your mindset is very, very important. If you don't have positive mindset, no matter how much you spend on the internet, how much you spend on advert, you will never make sales. If you lose a client, keep moving. You can never win all. There are some clients, I've met a client, okay, let me read this. I could remember one morning I woke up, MD reached out to me. There was a client I was talking with in like 2 weeks or thereabout, because what I usually do is that whenever I have a serious client that I know that this client can close, I reach out to the MDs of the companies directly, let them be aware. So while we're talking, I mentioned the name of the client, and then some of the interaction we had, I screenshot and sent to the client. Few days later, the client did not respond back again. The next thing again I saw was he had started talking to another router. So I've done the whole groundwork, giving him documents, giving him everything. Now he's moving to another router. So when I got the information that this client is going there, I'm supposed to reach out to the client and say, what is happening? I just said, okay, no problem. I win some, I lose some. I just let go. So that same very day, I just received another phone call from another man. He said, this same client I've been talking with for the past few days is my brother. In fact, he asked me to reach out to you. That the person we were actually trying to communicate with to close this deal now is not forthcoming and is not the real person. And my wife said, why not I go with this person that giving me all the documents and everything? He called me. That same day, we closed the deal. So sometimes you win some, you lose some. Just have that positive mind. If not, if you always believe that you win everything, one day hypertension will kill you. That's the truth.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think that crowns it all. Yes. And I'll also say that don't sell rubbish. Sell for those that have the track record. It's very important. When you see people that allocate, you see companies that sell and they do allocation, make sure you sell for them. So with great pleasure, I'd like to invite the MD for the closing remark.
Wow, not yet, but we are getting ready. How can we clap for them, please? You know? See what you have learned today, eh? You can't learn it from Harvard, though. Because Harvard did not come to Bejuleki. This is real on ground learning. We want to acknowledge and then appreciate our speakers with this token recognition gift. So please help me jam hands together as I welcome Dr. Ambassador Funke Kehinde Jagaban. Thank you so much. Please, from all of us today at this conference, Scaling Up, we want to say thank you. Can we tell her thank you? Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Just be original. People will take you as you are. Be yourself. Yes, let's welcome Mr. Peter Twinnet. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, when I told you that these people they are doers, they are not talkers. Thank you so much. From all of us that are scaling up, can we say thank you to him once again? Cameraman, where are you? They didn't give you small job. So you're working like, oh yeah. Are you done? Okay. Thank you. So before you go, we still have one more announcement. So those are already going. Now let's welcome my fellow engineer, Miss Goodness Usman. Don't worry, when you go and do your current this year, I'll call you engineer. Congratulations. Can we tell her thank you from Scaling Up?